Hello everyone. In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to set AutoCAD dimension settings on our particular plan, how to print or plot AutoCAD drawings with scale, and how to convert AutoCAD drawing from DWG into PDF document. So there are mainly two types of AutoCAD plot. One, you can plot your AutoCAD using model mode, and the other one is you can also plot your AutoCAD drawing with a layout mode. Alright, on top of that, will be covering the AutoCAD multiple viewports on a particular layout. Let's say you have these two floor plans on your particular model or your working area. You have this first floor plan of your condominium design, and you have this second floor plan of your single-story bungalow house inside your particular AutoCAD model or your AutoCAD drawing area. So if you want to plot this particular drawing, right, you can go and click this particular button here, click it and choose print and plot. Alright, plot. Okay, we can just go ahead and click continue here. So in this particular part here, lets us to choose what kind of printer which we want to select. So I can select any printer that I want. Let's say like my laptop is connected to a Canon printer, so I can choose Canon here. If I want to print this into a Canon printer, and I can also set my paper size here. Alright, but in this case we are going to print it using DWG to PDF virtual printer. So this virtual printer lets us to print out this DWG into PDF document. So DWG to PDF is a virtual printer which you can select if you want to print this and convert this AutoCAD drawing into PDF. And then you have to choose the paper size. Let's say I'm choosing an A4 paper. ISO full bleed A4 297 times 210 mm. Alright, and I can just uncheck this for fit to paper off. Open up scale list, choose 1:400 and click center the plot. And when it asks for a plot area or what to plot, I'm just going to select this drop down list here and choose window, and I can select which plan that I want to plot or that I want to print on my particular paper. So I'm going to select this first, alright, and click preview, continue. Alright, so you can see that this is the preview of my plot paper here. So if I wish to continue, I can just go ahead and click this particular plot button, and it will plot this particular file into PDF, right? So let's say I'm just going to change this title to 22 condo design new model 22, right? And then click save. Alright, okay, and then there you go. This particular PDF document has been generated by AutoCAD. So I'm just going to close this for a while and minimize my AutoCAD and go back to my computer. Go to my document. Alright, this is the particular file which I have generated using the virtual printer DWG to PDF. Right, so if I go ahead and double click this, you can see I've already converted this particular drawing into a PDF drawing. Alright, okay, so I'm going to close this for a while. Let's say we are using the same method, right? Okay, but we want to print this instead. We want to print the single-story bungalow house design. Alright, so what you need to do right now is to click this button here, right? This main button here, click this, choose print, choose plot. Alright, and continue to plot a single sheet, and you can choose your printer here. So if you wish to print a hard copy of your drawing, you can just choose any printer which is connected to your laptop or computer. So if you are using a Canon, you can choose a Canon here. For example, like for my laptop is using a Canon printer. So but if you want to use a virtual printer like AutoCAD PDF virtual printer stated here, you can also do that. If you want to turn this document, DWG AutoCAD document, into a PDF document, so I'm going to choose DWG to PDF virtual printer, and I'm going to choose this ISO full bleed A4 297 x 210 mm paper, and I'm going to uncheck this fit to paper off. Alright, uncheck fit to paper and choose a particular scale, which is 1:100. Alright, you can choose whichever scale which you prefer. Alright, I'm just using 1:100 for an example, 1:100 meaning that I am shrinking my drawing into 100 times smaller in size. So I'm going to choose 1:100 here, and I'm going to choose center the plot. And when it asks for a plot area or what to plot, I'm going to open up this drop down list, choose window, and select this particular drawing, alright, which I want to plot. And I click preview to continue to see my preview of the drawing first. And if everything is okay, you can just go ahead and click plot here. Alright. And I'm going to change this to bungalow house. Alright, bungalow house drawing. You can put any name that you want. So you can see this is type PDF document. Go ahead and click save. So AutoCAD will now generate this file for you. So you can see this is titled bungalowhouse.pdf. It is a scanned PDF document which is generated by AutoCAD software. So let's take a look on our My Document destination here. Alright, so you can see this file has been generated. So if I double click this file, you can see that the bungalow house AutoCAD drawing has been converted into a PDF document, right? Okay, so what you have just seen just now is a type of AutoCAD plot using a model. Alright, you can also plot a particular drawing using a layout, alright, layout paper or layout mode in AutoCAD. But just that what you've seen just now previously is printing by using a model. Okay, you can see this is a model and this is a layout, right? This is a model and this is a layout. So if you're under model tab here and you print, that is what we call printing in model. But if you print your document under layout paper like this means that you are plotting the particular drawing using a layout paper mode. Alright, so if I were to go back to my file here again, you can see all sections of my floor plan are properly dimensioned, right? And the dimensions are showing clearly. Alright, let's say you want to adjust the dimension settings. Alright, you can do that by typing in the command line here, type D, enter in your command line. So that will bring up this dimension style manager. So dimension style manager dialog box lets us to change the dimension settings of your AutoCAD drawing. So if this comes out, the dialog manager, after hitting D, enter, just go ahead and click modify. Click modify. So there are several categories which you have to change or edit. Like in this line category, you have to edit or you have to increase the offset from origin to 100, because this drawing is actually in units mm. So when I increase this to 100 means that this value is actually 100 mm. So I'm just simply putting 100 mm for my offset from origin and 200 mm for my extend beyond dim lines, right? Offset from origin means the dimension gap distance between the dimension and the object. So you can see, if I were to zoom in to my dimension, so the dimension has a gap distance here. You can see there, right? So this dimension does not actually touches the object. There's a gap distance here, and that gap distance means offset from origin in your dimension style. Alright, so the gap distance is 100. Extend beyond dim lines is 200 mm. So extend beyond dim lines actually means the length of your dimension section here, right? The length of this line. Just after the arrow here, there's one portion of the dimension is sticking out like that, is extended from this arrow. So this length is actually 200 mm. So this is actually your extend beyond dim line. So I'm going to type D, enter again, and click modify. So you can go ahead and click symbol and arrow. Symbol and arrow category lets us to change your arrowhead type. Like for now, I'm currently selecting close field arrow, but you can also change to architectural tick if you want. Alright, so arrowhead, you can change to a type of arrow that you want, and arrow size is the size of the arrow, which you can change it here. Alright, so in this case, we are just using 200 mm for this arrow size, and you can go ahead and go to the next category, which is the text category. So text category is 200 mm, and text placement is vertical above, and offset from dim line is 100 mm. Alright, text height. Text height is actually the size of the dimension number here. So you can see this particular dimension number, the size of this particular number is called the text height, and the distance between this number and the dimension line is called offset from dim line, right? So you can just type D, enter again, click modify. Alright, so you can see the text height is 200. Is the size of the dimension here, and vertical above means that the dimension number is located above the dimension line, and offset from dim line means the distance between the dimension number and the dimension line here. So you may also choose a line with dimension line, so that when the dimension goes slanted, when it actually calculates, the dimension actually try to calculate a slanted object, the dimension itself is going to be parallel to the object, right, or aligned with the object, like for this case, right? So it's better for us to use a line with dimension line, just to make sure that this dimension is aligned with the object. If the object is oriented slanted like this, and you can also go to primary units to set your position. So in this case, we don't need the decimal points here, so we are just going to consider a round number. So I'll make my position 0 without decimal points. Alright, click OK and click close. So there is actually where you can change the dimension settings, which is here, the dimension style manager, right? All of the settings, all right, which you've seen in this particular section here. All right, so let's say, right, you want to plot this particular floor plan using a layout tab here, or layout mode, all right, or layout paper. So like this one, I already did for this particular layout paper, where I set my viewport and my title block here. All right, so I'm going to demonstrate to you how did I do this. So I'm going to click layout 2 now to enter from model space to a layout paper space or paper mode. All right, So the first step is you are currently under model, all right, and then you have to change into layout paper by clicking this layout tab here if you wish to plot under layout. All right, so the first step is you have to select this viewport, this box here, which is called the viewport. Select this viewport first, like this. Select the viewport first, press delete to erase the viewport. So now currently your paper is empty. Alright, if you wish to set your paper or your page setup manager of this paper, you have to take your mouse and mouse over this layout tab. Right click under layout tab, go to page setup manager, click modify, and set your printer or your plotter here. You can choose a Canon or any AutoCAD virtual printers. Like for me, I'm going to choose DWG2 PDF virtual printer, and I'm going to choose a paper size of ISO full bleed A4 297 times 210 mm, and I'm going to choose a scale of 1:100, means I'm shrinking this particular drawing to 100 times smaller, so I'm going to choose 1:100, and I'm going to just let this particular default be like this. I'm actually accepting all the defaults here, so let this particular layout remain like this. All right, so plot area, what's a plot, just make sure it is layout and click OK. So after setting your paper like that, you have to insert the viewport which you have deleted previously. So you have to type MV enter to insert the viewport. So I'm typing MV enter, click here, and just draw a box like this to indicate your viewport. Alright, like this. Okay, you can go ahead and double click inside the viewport to enter the model space. So the moment I double click inside the viewport, so I will enter the model space. So it's noted or notified here as M space. So I'm going to zoom a little bit and pan the drawing to the right like this. So currently I'm under the model space, though I'm under layout paper now, but I'm actually under the model space right now, because you can see the border of the viewport is bolded or thickened, right? You can see the border is thickened like this or bolded, right? Means that I'm currently under the model space. If I were to double click outside like this, so now I'll be under the paper space, so it is notified here. So I'll show you again. If I double click inside the viewport, it'll be inside the model space, but if I double click outside, it'll be on the paper space, right? So I have to select the viewport and right click properties to set the properties of the viewport. So currently I'm going to set it to actual size, so custom scale will be noted as 1. Type 1, press enter. Alright, so already got this. Okay, so I can also put a title block like this onto my drawing, right? But I just have to shift my drawing a little bit to the left, so I have to be, if I were to pen it right now, the AutoCAD will actually pen the paper, right? But I don't want to pen the paper, I want to pen the drawing inside this particular viewport. So I have to be inside the model space to do that. So I have to double click this particular viewport now and pen the drawing to the left like this. Alright, and double click outside. Alright, whatever you do with your panning or zooming, just make sure to select the viewport, right click properties, and make sure your custom scale of your viewport should be always set to 1 for actual size. Alright, so let's say you want to build the title block, so you can just draw a line, L enter, click here. So I'm just going to take this length as 6,000, alright, and put it here, press escape. I'm going to offset this for my fields, it's 1,000. offset this 6,000 from here to here. Escape, offset this to 1,000 from here to here. Escape, offset this to 6,000 from here to here. Escape, offset this to 1,000 from here to here, and offset this again to 4,000, right, from here. I think 4,000 is not enough. Let's see from here, this particular layout again. So from here, if I measure this from here to here is actually 4,000, right? So I'm going to go back to layout 2, offset this 4,000 from here to here. So when I offset this for 4,000, right, it's to the area is not that big for to write inside the cell. So I'm going to offset it to 3,000. All right, for my title block here. So I'm just going to double check on my page setup manager again. I'm just going to right click on the layout 2 here, go to page setup manager, go to modify, and you can see I've already set my virtual printer here. I already set my paper A4 here, my scale and everything. Click OK. Alright, so now I'm gonna put the data fields on my particular title block like what I did for this particular title block. Like I want to write now for my project title, descriptions, company name, and scale. So I have to type the text command, type T, enter, click here and click here, and then you type project title, with the colon, highlight this text. So I'm going to put the text height here as 400, type 400, press enter, and I can just click outside here to end my text. So select this text and just locate it on this particular cell. Now we have to copy the text. Type CO, enter for copy, select this text, enter. So base point I'm going to choose here, right? This is my base point, click. And then locate it here, and locate it here. So press escape to end the copy command. Double click this text to edit the text as descriptions. So I'm going to edit this as descriptions, right? Click outside, double click this for company name, all right, and double click this for scale, right? Type scale 1:100. All right, so we've done setting our title block, right? So if you wish to plot this, you can just go ahead and go to your AutoCAD main button here, click this AutoCAD main button, go to print, go to plot, right, print, and click continue to plot a single sheet. All right, so we already set all the plotter manager here. Just click OK, just click preview first if you want to preview that. All right, so this is the preview. So the preview looks fine, so you can just click plot to proceed. So when I click plot, right, so it's gonna show up this. Okay, so I can enter my file name. So let's say I'll enter this condo design A101. All right, condo design A101. So click save. All right, so AutoCAD will actually convert this file into a PDF drawing. All right, so you can see it's already converted to a PDF drawing. So I'm going to close this, right? I'm going to minimize this and go to my computer and go to my document destination here. You can see this file has been generated. This condo design A101 has been created by the virtual printer of AutoCAD that produced PDF document, right? So I'm going to double click this to double check. So there you have it. This is the file generated with the title block on the side like this. But in this case of plotting, right, you've just used the layout type of AutoCAD plot, right? Now we are going to take a look on AutoCAD multiple viewports. Let's say you have a 3D design like this, okay, which you need to print. You want to print this 3D design, but you want to allocate other views on a particular layout. So you can go ahead and click layout 1, right? You can see I've already done this particular layout 1 that contains multiple viewports, right? So if I go and click on layout 2, all right, layout 2, there's only one viewport here. I'm going to select this and delete it. If I want to select this, if I want to set the page setup manager for this layout too, right? So you have to go ahead and take your mouse over the layout 2 tab, right click and go to page setup manager, right? Go to page setup manager, click modify. So you can choose a printer, whichever printer that is suitable for your project. So in this case, I'm still going to use DWG to PDF. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to change this to ISO A4 paper full bleed, ISO full bleed A4 297 times 210, and I'm going to change this to 1:100, right? And I'm going to stick to this, all the defaults here, which is what to plot is layout, and then I'm going to click OK, close. All right, to enter or to input or to insert the viewport, the command is MV. So I'm going to type MV now and choose this multiple viewport command here and click here, so I'll get the first viewport here. So I type MV, enter, click here, take your mouse and object snap track this. So MV, enter. I'm just gonna create 3 viewports for this particular layout. Alright. Okay. So if I want to go inside the model space of this particular viewport, so I can do that by double clicking inside this viewport. You can see currently we are under layout space, right? But if you double click inside this viewport, AutoCAD will bring you inside the model space. So it is notified here, M space, right? So when you are under the M space or model space, you can actually change your view. Let's say I'm going to change it to top view now. Alright, so I'm going to zoom out a little bit here, and I'm going to change my visual style to wireframe in this case. Alright, so in this particular viewport, I'm going to change to the view to right view. Alright, right view, something like this, and I'm going to change my view visual style to wireframe. Alright, so I'm going to click here also and zoom this particular view and double click outside. So there you have it. You can actually set your viewport on a particular layout so that you can print or plot your design on multiple views but on a single piece of paper. Alright, so I hope this tutorial will benefit all of you in understanding how to set AutoCAD dimension settings, how to print or plot AutoCAD drawings with scale, and how to convert AutoCAD drawing into PDF. And I hope in this tutorial explains the 2 types of AutoCAD plot using model and layout. You can choose whichever type which you prefer. Plotting a particular drawing using a model is much more simple and much more basic, but plotting using layout is something that is a little bit advanced, and you can also produce drawings that actually relates to AutoCAD multiple viewports like we did previously. Thank you for watching.